I probably know what you're thinking. Oh look, another video essay about Earth's Mightiest Heroes and how great the show is. And you'd be right. Earth's Mightiest Heroes is an amazing, well-written and thought-out show that most cartoons should aspire to be, although the show was cut short. So what is there to say that hasn't been said before? There's coverage on all the main characters, the main villains, the heroes, the arcs, and even the show itself. However, there's one villain in the show that has, I feel, gone under most people's radar in an episode mostly seen as filler. An antagonist that has accomplished more than any other villain in the show, and if they expanded upon him, he might have been the Avengers' greatest threat. However, I'm getting ahead of myself. All essays need to lay groundwork. After all, how could one know what one is talking about if there's no context to what is being said? So let's begin with why this video exists in the first place. This video was made because I heard about the Earth's Mightiest playlist idea created by Pillar of Garbage, who is an amazing content creator, so subscribe to him if you haven't already. I've never done a video essay before, and I thought talking about something I'm passionate about would be great practice for making essays in the future. Before I talk about EMH and Assault on 42, I have to address something. I'm not making this video for the sake of it. I feel Assault on 42 is overlooked as just a filler episode of Earth's Mightiest Heroes in between the Ultron arc, and I feel more people should know about it. Well, with that out of the way, let us begin. Earth's Mightiest Heroes is a show released in 2010 as a response to the beginning of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, with the only thing it truly shared with it being Tony Stark's look being designed around RDJ. Created by Christopher Yost, Joshua Fine, and Ciro Neali. Hope I didn't butcher that. EMH was made with the original Avengers comic run in mind instead of the MCU. And it shows. The amount of creativity this show displays with its source material is astounding. Even if an episode is based completely off a story from an old Avengers comic, the creators find a way to make a unique spin on it. Like in Season 1, Episode 8, with it being based on the end of Avengers number 2 and most of Avengers number 3, in which Hulk walks out on the Avengers after being treated poorly, to which the team subsequently find themselves battling a tough foe. EMH takes this and makes this an introduction to Amora, the Enchantress. Pillar of Garbage went more into this comparison in this video. So if you'd like to learn more,
the links as always are in the description down below.
Sadly, Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes only ran for 2 seasons, but the legacy they've created can still stand on its own against the MCU. Maybe the show will return one day, but that's up to the House of Mouse and Marvel. Assault on 42 takes place in Season 2 after the Secret Invasion story and lies between Season 2's 2-episode Ultron arc. After being spooked by the Vision, the team go back to hunting inmates from the mass breakout that has been a reoccurring plot point since the beginning of Season 1. Thor, Wasp, Miss Marvel, and Captain America have just apprehended a foe named Whirlwind, whom the heroes are escorting to a prison called 42. 42 is a minimum security prison located in a realm called the Negative Zone. The Negative Zone, discovered by Reed Richards, leader of the Fantastic Four, is an entire universe comprised of antimatter. It is believed to be comprised of nothing but endless space. So if there was a breakout on 42, the only entrance to the prison would be shut down, and the prisoners would have nowhere to go. The Avengers believed it to be the perfect jail, but like the Titanic, nothing is unsinkable, and things start to happen that reveal the true nature of the Negative Zone, and would spell the potential end of 42 and the lives of the inmates and the heroes within. After leaving Whirlwind in his cell, the heroes have a chat with Quartermain, another S.H.I.E.L.D. commander, who is currently watching over 42. He tells the team they've been having power outages that can't be explained, so they decide to have a look around. After a few minutes of searching, they discover a hole in an electrical pipe, which seems to have been burst open from the inside. After hearing a scream from somewhere within the complex, they rush over to help, to which the team of heroes find a huge bug. The bug seems to be smarter than your average bug because of the way it can dodge their attacks. After cornering it in the mess hall, a huge legion of bugs burst in from the depths of the Negative Zone and quickly overwhelm the heroes. After a fairly unbalanced fight, the bugs mysteriously retreat when it seems like they were winning, taking a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent with them, whom we never see again. Realizing that they are outmatched, the heroes reluctantly ask the villains for help to defeat almost certain death, offering a reduced sentence and some nice words at a parole hearing in return for their assistance. Amazing trade-off for am I right? Joining the heroes is the aforementioned Whirlwind, as well as some AIM agents, the Absorbing Man, Abomination, the Leader, Radioactive Man, Blizzard, Captain Marvel, and Enchantress's Executioner. After fending off hordes of bugs, suddenly they stop attacking, which confuses the heroes. The leader, who has been freaking out this whole episode saying that there are voices in his head, tell them the bugs' leader told them to stop, to which we get introduced to the unopposed dictator of the negative zone, Annihilus. EMH doesn't really go into Annihilus' origin, because it doesn't really get the chance to. It does, however, do the next best thing. It gives him a motive for attempting to destroy 42.
It was Annihilus' mind. So chaotic, unlike anything I've ever encountered, like it was a manifestation of the negative zone itself. It could feel our universe encroaching on its antimatter universe, and all it knew was that it had to destroy us, to destroy the positive matter, to annihilate life itself.
Annihilus was created by Jack Kirby and was introduced in Fantastic Four Annual Number 6, where he was on a conquest of destruction to
annihilate life itself,
but also to learn more about it. After FF Annual Number 6's success in sales and more became interested in Annihilus, Kirby and Stan introduced an origin for Annihilus in Fantastic Four number 107. You could say I have a slight bias toward Annihilus. You'd be right. He is my favorite Marvel villain after all. If he wasn't, I would not have purchased Fantastic Four Annual Number 6 and Fantastic Four number 107. If it weren't for this episode as well as his appearance in the Fantastic Four show that aired around the same time as EMH. If it weren't for those shows, I probably wouldn't have given Annihilus a second look. Annihilus has been kind of a blank slate. He's never been portrayed the same way twice. In his initial appearance, Stan and Jack portrayed him as a kind of mad scientist, experimenting on prisoners in the negative zone. Since then, he has been a dominator, a Hulk, and in his biggest story, Annihilation, a military leader bent on the eradication of life in the known universe, in which he managed to kill Galactus, Quasar, a number of other superheroes, almost the entire Nova Corps, and most of the universe. He even got Thanos to join him. Not too long after joining him, even Thanos came to realize that Annihilus was mad. Assault on 42 might not give Annihilus any major attention, but it does what all great villain introductions do. Shows how powerful he is. Annihilus is the only villain in the show that has managed to kill characters that we've come to know for over a season. Granted, he doesn't kill any heroes, but killing villains like Blizzard, Whirlwind, Radioactive Man, and an AIM agent is no small feat. We didn't see them die on screen, but remember this is a kid's show. They can't show blood and gore. How do we know they're dead? We don't see them again after this episode. However, Annihilus does suffer defeat at the end of the episode, with the leader causing the source of Annihilus's power to go on the fritz, the Cosmic Control Rod. The Cosmic Control Rod is that pill-like object on his chest. It's what powers Annihilus and gives him any edge in a fight. So why does he have a staff? I think he uses it to channel energy into a focused blast, because it certainly isn't used to control his legions of insects. And anyway, Annihilus' staff gets destroyed, and unsure what to do, he orders his bugs to help him retreat, handing victory to the inhabitants of 42. We don't know that's what he told his bugs to do, but at the end of the episode, the creators decided to show that he's still alive, floating in vast nothingness with his army, probably plotting his next move against the aliens encroaching upon the negative zone and threatening his rightful rule over an entire universe. Assault on 42 isn't just about Annihilus and his machinations to destroy life. It's also about the villains that are housed within the prison. EMH continues to portray villains not only as two-dimensional characters that only think about robbing banks, but also as characters that have just gone down the wrong path for one reason or another. They are living, breathing beings that are intelligent enough to know that what they are doing is wrong, but have no motivation to do the opposite. Annihilus is a window into who these characters are, and that there is hope for them in a normal society. Sure, their lives were in jeopardy, but they could have just let the heroes fail and then try to stop the invasion themselves. Assault on 42 is about life clashing with nature. Like the great Ian Malcolm said,
life finds a way.
Life is primarily about continuance and survival. Nature, like Thanos, is inevitable. You can't stop a force of nature. There's been research to stop natural disasters in the middle of them happening, but nothing has come to fruition yet. The best we can do is try to survive a flood, shelter from tornadoes, and try to continue living throughout a drought. That's the beauty of these two things, life and nature. They coexist, One can't destroy the other. It's almost like a dance, a dangerous one. But if nature had its way, we wouldn't be here. Annihilus is the negative zone. All he wants to do is destroy because he has no attachments, no mercy, and no hesitation. If something impedes upon him, he will stop at nothing to try and eradicate it. That's how he saw the prison, an impediment. However, life had different plans. It survived. It held back the nature of an entire universe and caused it to retreat, allowing continuance. If life couldn't defend itself, we wouldn't be here. And that is the nature of Assault on 42. Thanks for watching. I've never done anything like this before, so I have to give a big thanks to Pillar of Garbage for inspiring me to make this video, which I probably would not have made otherwise. The Earth's Mightiest playlist is a big project that he's put together for the support of continuing Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I hope it works out, and I'll see you later.